So you can't do this stuff on cable news. You can only do this here. This is why live streaming is the future, folks. You can have a candid back and forth with a crew, and it feels like a bar vibe rather than some jerkwad on TV, like speaking into a camera from CNN and telling you what to think, right? You're all part of it. I'm talking to you live in the chat. You can't do this anywhere else. Where the hell else are you going to do this? No rules here. It's a Bongino Army rule. All right, here's what I wanted to start with today, but I wanted to make sure I got that Gallup poll out because it's a huge story. Folks, Kamala Harris's really, really bad weekend. Candidly, the worst one I've seen in presidential politics in a long time. The editing scandal at CBS, the Tampon Tim scandal, the stories coming out about Kamala Harris's left wing, all this nonsense she was pulling, people speaking out, the FEMA crisis, the storm crisis. It has just been a catastrophe. Yesterday, absolutely blew up. If you don't know Christopher Rufo, you should be following him on X. He's at Real Chris Rufo. Uncovered a massive, massive plagiarism scandal. I'm not going to read through all the examples. He has the receipts. He even puts, we have the receipts in the tweet. You can read them. We'll put a couple up on the screen. He notes Kamala Harris plagiarized at least a dozen sections of her criminal justice book, Smart on Crime, according to an investigation. The current vice president, like the local news reporter here, or the story me, even lifted material from Wikipedia. Wikipedia. If you're lifting material from Scammopedia, it's the only time we ever hang up on you on my radio show. If you call in and you cite anything about Wikipedia, we're going to laugh and instantly hang up. Producer Mike knows the rules. Look at this. You can read it on the screen, folks. If you listen on Apple and Spotify, go to the X account. This is, you're never going to see a clearer example of plagiarism. She basically copied and pasted entire sections of Wikipedia, AP articles, sentences. Now, here's why this thing is so bad. Folks, this thing is apocalyptic. Her campaign is in an absolute free fall. I'm not telling you they can't win. Don't take this. They can scam. They've got illegals. They've still got a few people who believe the media left. But wouldn't the greatest irony of all be Kamala Harris's campaign collapsing with the assistance of a massive plagiarism scandal? The same scandal that ended Joe Biden's original campaign. You remember this? Would this not be the irony of all ironies? For those who forgot, I think this is Newsbusters who pulled this up. I want you to hat tip Newsbusters for pulling this up. Here was Joe Biden's original presidential campaign being derailed because he plagiarized Neil Kinnock. Watch this.
Democratic stand, there was no platform upon which they could stand.
Oh! Oh! You know who even had a comment about this?
8-8.
I am calling for an immediate FBI investigation using all assets into these very severe allegations of plagiarism. Oh, my, Frank, Frank, look, Frank's on our team now. Fugazi, who would have guessed it? Even Fugazi wants an investigation. That's amazing. Thank you, Fugazi. We never know you'd convert over to Dark MAGA. Maybe you should get a hat from Elon or something. Folks, is this not the greatest irony of all? Kamala Harris is so busted right now. Now, again, the hack goon media will do their best to cover this up.
This new cutting